So, I used to be one of those people who would scroll past countless videos showing people waking up at 5 AM and organizing every minute of their day. Chances are, if you're like me, you failed to follow these kinds of routines for any meaningful period of time. This is a problem as your morning sets the tone for the rest of your day, meaning a poor morning can lead to a poor day. However, building a realistic morning routine that you can actually follow is rather simple. Just hit the basics. The core fundamentals are sleep, waking up, hygiene, and work. So with sleep, it has been well researched that we need at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep every day. First, choose a time that you want to wake up at. Ideally, if possible, this should be at a time you can wake up at every day, including the weekends. So let's say I want to wake up at 8 AM each day. Going back 8 hours from this time, I should be asleep before 12 AM so I can get at least 8 hours of sleep. Notice I said I need to sleep before 12 AM. This is because we won't always fall asleep immediately and we need to account for that. So I would try to go to bed at least 30 minutes before your target sleep time. In my case, this would mean going to bed no later than 11:30. Now you might look at the time I wake up and think it's rather late compared to other morning routines. And yes, this is true. The truth is I've tried waking up at earlier times and I couldn't get used to it. I also can't bring myself to go to bed too early as I feel like I'm missing out with certain activities such as hanging out with friends. Now with this said, we still need to be waking up at a proper time, which is usually between 6 to 9 AM. Do not be one of those people who stay up all night only to wake up at 2 PM as you'll be missing a large portion of your day. If you're struggling to wake up at a specific time each morning, I have a secret to help you out. A sunrise clock. The neat thing about this clock is that it will have a light replicate the morning sunlight 30 minutes before your alarm, slowly lighting up your room, allowing your body to naturally wake you up feeling refreshed. This is especially useful if you sleep in a dark room or live in an area without much sunlight. After all, sunlight triggers your brain to begin waking up as your eyes detect light, sending a signal that it is morning. You can purchase one of these clocks fairly cheaply on Amazon. Combining an alarm clock in your room and placing your phone in a separate room from where you sleep is a great way of preventing yourself from falling back asleep. Even if you struggle to sleep early enough in the beginning, wake up at the same time. If you don't get enough sleep, you'll naturally be tired and will become more used to sleeping earlier. You just need the discipline of waking up at the same time each day. Force yourself to do this for a week straight and the inertia of doing this will go away and you'll have already fixed your sleep schedule. The more times you do this, your body will adapt and start naturally waking up at the same time provided you get enough sleep. After waking up, you can get some essential hygiene out of the way. Think of regular morning stuff like taking a shower, eating breakfast, brushing your teeth, and skincare. Doing these simple things help your mind wake up to start your day rather than falling back asleep. Next, I like to go to my desk and write a to-do list of the most essential things I need to get done that day. I try to narrow down my list to about 3 to 4 of the most essential things I need to get done, because on most days I won't get more done than that. This was a concept I first learned from the productivity project called the Rule of 3. Restricting myself forces me to think of what's actually important to get done. Once I determine what needs to get done during the day, I then try to start one of my important tasks. For myself, being productive in the morning helps start momentum that I can bring to the rest of my day, leaving me satisfied. I view the morning as a foundation of how the rest of my day will go. If I accomplish nothing in the morning, I'm left feeling demotivated and frustrated for the rest of the day. However, if I get work done, I'll be satisfied and more wanting to continue that hard work. And to have a good morning, you need to have good sleep to have enough energy to have discipline. In other words, if I start my day strong, I'm more likely to finish my day strong. Why you can't stick to a morning routine? If you can't stick to your routine, it's because you're trying to do too much too soon. It's like how a guy who is new to fitness tries to do an intense 2-hour workout every day. He'll become overwhelmed with the routine and quit. Rather than focusing on the best routine, he should be more focused on showing up and doing what is realistic for him. After all, if he doesn't even show up to the gym, it doesn't matter how good of a workout he has. This is the same for morning routines. You need to take a systematic approach in building the essential fundamentals, those being sleep, waking up, hygiene, and work. If you haven't even mastered those yet, then don't bother trying to incorporate something like exercise as it won't stick. After all, if you can't wake up at the same time each day, how can you expect to run 3 miles? However, this also gives hope because most people don't even have the fundamentals down. You would be surprised at the amount of people who haven't even mastered the first step of getting enough sleep each night. So if you can master that, you'll have a solid foundation that you can build on. Even if you decide to keep your morning routine this simple, that's fine. You'll still be better off than before simply by getting adequate sleep. But start simple, don't complicate the routine more than I've already laid out. Stick with this routine for a week, a month before trying to optimize it. You'll figure out the difficulty of this routine each morning and can adjust accordingly to your needs. So what are you going to do tomorrow morning? Start now. Plan ahead for the time you're going to go to bed and wake up. Figure out the essential hygiene you want to get done in the morning and your work that needs to get done. That's it. This routine should take no longer than an hour and leaving you feeling ready to have a great day. Don't bother spending more time finding the perfect routine because chances are this is the perfect routine as this is the one you can actually follow. Thank you for your time.